Alright, so what is up, fellow YouTubers? Welcome to EAA, and as the title says, I want to talk about what is fast, and really more, what is the perception of fast. Now, before I get into this video, I've got two things that I have to share with you. Number one, this is just my opinion, okay? This is my 2 cents, my thoughts. You guys are going to have your own thoughts, your own opinions, and I do welcome those opinions. Please leave me a comment on what I'm talking about. Leave me a comment on this video. I want to hear what you have to say about it, what you feel as far as what I'm saying, and yeah, let's open it up for a discussion because I really want to know what you think. Number two, when I say fast, I don't necessarily mean fast as like in top speed fast. There are a lot of vehicles that you can buy from the factory, off the showroom right now, that will do 200 or in excess of 200 miles an hour, and that's great, that's wonderful, but realistically, where are you going to be able to do that kind of speed safely on a public road? What I am really talking about here is acceleration, that brute acceleration, that 0 to 60, 0 to 80, eighth mile, quarter mile times that really set you back in the seat and go. Because in all honesty, the real fun in it is that acceleration from, say, 0 to 100, maybe 0 to 120. That's where it's at. That's what's fun. That's what's enjoyable. So that's what I want to talk about. There are a lot of factors that make a vehicle fast. Now, you'll hear everybody out there talk about horsepower numbers. Oh, my car dynoed at 500 horsepower at the rear wheel, or mine dynoed at 800 at the rear wheel. And that's really great. But what makes a vehicle quick is torque. I was always told it's torque that gets you there, horsepower that keeps you there. So really, torque numbers are what's important for this discussion. There's also factors that go into the vehicle, such as weight of the vehicle, such as the aerodynamics of the vehicle, the ability for the vehicle to hook up, which is very important because that really is kind of the main reason why I did this video and what got me started thinking about doing this video. So I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But it's really about the whole experience. Now, for me, a vehicle seems faster if it's a little louder, if it's a little noisier, if it's making a good noise to it, it's got a good exhaust tone, and it's even a little loud, maybe a little obnoxious. To me, a vehicle is going to seem faster because it's attacking those senses. You know, you're feeling the rush of acceleration, you're hearing the motor, and it's just everything's happening at once, and it's a lot to take in. So it makes a vehicle seem a little faster. I would say take a stock Mustang, say a stock 5.0 Mustang, and take it, run it down the strip, run it through its paces, see what it's like to do 0 to 60 or go through the quarter mile, and then go put a catback exhaust system on it. Maybe not add any horsepower or any torque or anything like that, and then take it right down the same strip. And it's going to seem faster because it's a little noisier. It's going to be making a better noise, better sound. It's going to be attacking your senses more so, and the vehicle is going to seem faster. Dare I say, like an electric car. You know, electric cars making no noise at all, but they've got some sheer acceleration. So you take an electric car that'll do, say, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Get in it, go for a ride in it, do the 0 to 60, come back, then hop and say a heads cam Corvette that's making a good exhaust note and making a lot of noise, and it does 0 to 60 in maybe 3.5 seconds. I submit to you that that Corvette is going to seem just as fast as that electric car just because of the noise. Another factor is traction. Now, we all know if a vehicle can get really good traction and hook up well, it's going to do exceptionally well through a quarter mile. It's going to be putting all the power down to the ground. It's going to get 0 to 60, 0 to 80, whatever you want to do. It's going to get there faster, and that just makes perfect sense to me. Whereas if you're spinning, you're not going anywhere. It's just impressive to see the smoke show. But I really do feel that the vehicle seems faster when it's slipping around a little bit and you've got to pedal it. It just, I don't know, again, it's attacking the senses. It's making you aware. It's getting the adrenaline up, so to speak, as opposed to just hooking up and going A to B. Case in point for that, I have had a few vehicles that I have changed out the tires and put some stickier, better tires on the back to get the vehicle to hook up. First one would be my C6 Z06. I had a heads and cam C6 Z06, if you guys don't remember, and the tires were rather old, so the first like 2-3 gears the car was just all over the place. I had to pedal it. I really could not get into it at all in first, a little bit in second, and usually about third gear is where I was starting to hook up. Then I went out and I put some stickier tires on it and got the car to where it was just dead hooking every time, and truthfully I had to work to get that car to spin the tires, but it seemed slower to me. It actually did. I could get into it, I could run through its paces. I was watching the speedometer go up, I knew the acceleration was happening, I was being set back in the seat, but it just didn't seem as impressive to me or as fast to me, in my opinion, as it did when it was spinning all over the place and I was having to pedal it to keep it under control. The exact same thing has been true for this Corvette behind me. Before, with the tires I had before, it just would not hook up in the first couple of gears worth anything. I really couldn't get all the way into it. Now with the tires I've got on it, it dead hooks. I've got to work to get this car to spin, and if it does, it's minimal. But the car doesn't seem as fast to me. It really doesn't. I can run it out, run it through its paces, you know, run it up to 100 miles an hour or whatever. It just doesn't seem as fast to me as it did before. My GT500, which is behind the camera right now, before it had just like stock wheels and tires on it, and it would spin all the time in the first couple of gears. I had to pedal it. So what I ended up doing is I put some new drag radials on the back of it. I got it lowered down a little bit to where it squats and hooks a little bit better. And the car still is a little sketchy in first gear. I could see it getting away from me there. But after that, it just dead hooks and goes. Still seems pretty fast, but I don't feel like I walk away as impressed or as in awe of the car as I did when it was spinning all over the place. So, do I want the cars to be spinning all over the place? No, I know it's better if they hook and they go. I know that they're going to get from A to B faster. I do know that. But I don't know, there's just something about that whole having to pedal and feeling it kind of spin. It's just like, you know, it's just putting so much power and torque down that the road and the tires just can't hold it. There's something to be said about that that's very impressive. So, I don't know, what do you guys think? You guys tell me what you think on this subject. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I completely off base? Like I said, it's just my 2 cents, but I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. So please leave me a comment below. And if you like this video, definitely give me a thumbs up. It would be greatly appreciated. If you're stopping in for the first time, definitely subscribe to EAA. As always, my Instagram and P.O. Box will be in the description below. God bless. Take care. Have an absolutely amazing day.